Good evening everybody and welcome back na naman sa ating channel. Andito na naman po ang inyong lingkod, Expat Update at syempre mag-update tayo ng mga nakakalap nating mga balita ngayon. Ito, trending sa FB. Itong si Boyeng Rimulya. Tapos pakinggan na lang natin, mamaya na lang tayo magkomento, no? Para dito pag-uusapan natin dito yung pati yung press briefing ng DOJ, yung kanilang mga plano. So, dapat syempre, marinig natin yung isang side, marinig din natin yung isang side. So, pasok!
Mayroon akong kopya. Ito ang pahayag ni Ombudsman Boyeng Rimulya nang tanungin tungkol sa umunay arrest warrant ng International Criminal Court laban kay Senator Bato de la Rosa. Ayon kay Rimulya, may hawak na umano siyang unofficial copy ng naturang warrant na matatagpuan umano sa kanyang cellphone. Bagaman inamin niyang ito ay hindi opisyal na dokumento. Aniya, I have a copy, pero hindi siya official copy. Basta alam ko meron. Nilinaw ng ombudsman na hindi pa ito dumadaan sa opisyal na proseso at wala pang formal na kumpirmasyon mula sa alinmang tanggapan ng ICC. Gayunpaman, nagdulot ito ng kalituhan at mas mainit na diskusyon sa publiko. Lalo na't una nang itinanggi ng ICC spokesperson na may nilabas silang arrest warrant laban kay Senator Bato de la Rosa. Pero kaya naman pala ganoon ka-confident si Boyeng Rimulya dahil binago na pala ng ICC ang kanilang rules sa application for arrest warrant. Habay kakabago lamang kahapon, ICC judges amend the regulations of the court to regulate the classification of applications for arrest warrants or summons to appear. At ang sabi pa sa article, this means that such applications must remain secret and can only be made public with the permission of the judges. Wow! Meron na palang pa-secret ngayon ng ICC. So maaaring isikreto nila ang arrest warrant ng ICC laban kay Senator Bato at malamang sa malamang kapag naaresto na Senator Bato de la Rosa ay dito lamang nila ilalabas siguro ang arrest warrant na ito kasi nga ayon sa kanilang bagong rules, secret and can only be made public with the permission of the judges. So secret until made public na ang atake. So maaari din nilang gawin ang ginawa nila kay dating Pangulong Duterte. Ngunit nilinaw naman di dating presidential spokesperson or legal counsel Attorney Salvador Panelo na si Senator Bato de la Rosa ay sakop ng bagong extradition rules na inilabas ng Korte Suprema sa gitna ng mga ulat na may inilabas sumanong arrest warrant laban sa kanya ang International Criminal Court. Ayon kay Panelo, hindi maaaring isuko ng direkta si De La Rosa sa ICC dahil malinaw na nakasad sa bagong panuntunan ng Korte Suprema na anumang extradition ay kailangang dumaan muna sa mga lokal na hukuman. Aniya, hindi magagawa ng Administrasyong Marcos Jr. kay Senator Bato de la Rosa ang ginawa kay dating Pangulong Duterte na dinala sa The Hague upang humarap sa kasong crimes against humanity dahil sa bagong alituntunin ng Korte Suprema hinggil sa extradition. Paliwanag ni Panelo, sa ilalim ng bagong patakaran, ang extradition proceedings ay isasagawa sa Regional Trial Court na may jurisdiction sa lugar kung saan naninirahan ng taong hinahanap o kung saan naroroon ang opisina ng Central Authority na may hawak ng kaso. Dagdag pa niya, layunin ng bagong panuntunan na tiyakin ang proteksyon ng karapatang konstitusyonal ng bawat Pilipino at upang masiguro na walang individual na maisusuko sa banyagang hukuman nang walang masusing proseso at pahintulot ng lokal na korte. Ang pahayag ni Panelo ay kasunod ng serye ng mga magkakasalungat na ulat tungkol sa umanay ICC warrant laban kay Senator Bato. Bagay na itinanggi na rin ng ICC spokesperson na nagsabing tanging kaso lamang ni dating Pangulong Duterte ang aktibong hinahawakan ng ICC sa kasalukuyan. Samantalay, ang tawag sa'yo, chismosa. Ganito ilarawan matapos itanggi ni Vice President Sara ang alegasyon ni Mon Tulfo na isa umano siya sa mga possible financiers ng sinasabing destabilization plot laban sa gobyerno. Sa isang pahayag, tinawag ng Vice Presidente na chismis at walang batayan ng mga paratang. Aniya, kapag mayroong kang alegasyon, wala kang ebidensya, ang tawag dyan chismis. Ang tawag sa'yo, chismosa. Maging si Mr. Will Toker ay nagtataka bakit mayroong kopya si Boying Remulla ng arrest warrant laban kay Senator Bato de la Rosa mula sa ICC. Pero hindi naman pala ito opisyal na kopya. Panoorin natin ang...
So, ayan, narinig naman natin yung panig dito sa kabila. At syempre, hindi naman kuwan yan. Kumbaga, panig lang sa kabila. Dito rin tayo sa kabila kung ano yung mga sinasabi ng DOJ. So, mamaya na lang tayo magkomento. Kasi pagka, para hindi humaba yung ating kwentuhan. Kasi pag ako magkwento, baka hindi nyo, mas lalo nyo hindi maintindihan na. So, pasok.
And the Prosecutor General Richard Fadulyon. So without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Chief State Dennis Chan for statements with respect to this issue.
Thank you, Prosecutor Polo. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for coming all the way here to BGC. Over the weekend, there were reports circulating that the ICC has issued a warrant of arrest against Senator De La Rosa, and it was mentioned that the process to be observed in implementing this warrant of arrest is through extradition. This now was related or connected to the recent issuance of the Supreme Court on the rules on extradition. So we are just here this morning to address and clarify any misconception that may be had on the matter, and that under RA 9851, the state has two options available to it. That is extradition and surrender. So to close the door on one option and just focus entirely on extradition is limiting the state's discretion under Section 17 of RA 9851. I'd also like to inform everyone that the Supreme Court rules on extradition was actually brought about by the Department of Justice request for the Supreme Court to come up with uniform guidelines on how to resolve requests for extradition. This request was relayed to the Supreme Court sometime in the first or second quarter of 2023. And several meetings of a technical working group were conducted to deliberate and come up with the final draft of these rules on extradition. It just so happened that the rules came out at this point in time where all of these issues or controversy surrounding extradition is being discussed publicly. So, with that being said, I know you have more questions than you would want to listen to me. So I would just open the floor for questions. Maybe Polo, you can.
So we will be accommodating few questions given the Chief State's time restriction. So any questions from you, please? Yes, ma'am.
Hi po, Ian Bon from Rappler. Good morning. Sir, is the Philippine government decided that what it will implement is the surrender? Just like what you did with former President Duterte, like sure na kayo na you will do the same thing?
At this point in time, the state is seriously studying all options available to it. We are not closing the door on extradition or surrender per se. And until now, we have not seen nor received a copy of this ICC warrant of arrest. So lahat to in the theory space pa lang tayo. What we in the Department of Justice just want to come out in the open and explain that there are two options available to the state under RA 9851, and that is extradition or surrender.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can you? I'm Sandra Aguinaldo from GMA7. Sir, can you clarify? Are we saying that the arrest warrant is not yet confirmed? And also, sir, have you heard from Senator Bato? Would surrender be in the works at the moment, sir?
Yeah, we have not seen nor received any copy of this ICC warrant of arrest. We are just reacting to what we heard over the weekend and what has been circulating online. As to the senators, to the good senator reaching out to us, also we have not received any, nor I don't think he will be making such a representation considering wala pa. There's nothing to speak of. No ICC warrant.
Sir.
Sir, Adrian Ayaling po, ABS-CBN. Sir, what's keeping the government from choosing yung surrender na option considering yun po yung ginawa last time? Bakit hindi po uulitin yung ginawa last time kay former President Duterte?
Well, the government, we are just one piece of the entire structure of government. So a lot of considerations would have to be taken. We are also mindful of the fact that there are still pending petitions before the Supreme Court. So as a matter of practicality and yung propriety, we may have to wait for the Supreme Court to decide on the issue because our position is that is the one being questioned by the camp of the former president. So, yun, madaming mga kailangan timbangin, maraming kailangan na tingnan na aspeto from different angles. No? Yeah.
But sir, theoretically, if you are going to differentiate the two, yung surrender and yung extradition, ano po yung mas madali and mas practical na gagawin ng government if and when na meron na pong arrest warrant?
Surrender, yan ang naman gusto niya.
Speaking, the faster approach would be surrender.
Yun, sabi ko na nga ba
Because if we go through the extradition route,
mahabang proseso.
There will be a request for extradition coming in through the Department of Foreign Affairs. It will be transmitted to the DOJ for evaluation. We will file it with the proper trial court. Magkakaroon ng pseudo hearing to determine whether or not the request is compliant with the extradition treaty and the extradition law of the Philippines. After which, doon lang ma-extradite yung tao. So we are looking at possibly months, whereas kung surrender, very definitely shorten ang process time.
So, isa sa malinaw dito na kung sakaling dumating yung warrant of arrest ni Senator Bato de la Rosa, parang mas gusto nilang isurrender ito na naman. Kung sa ating mga kababayan, sa mga nakikinig o sa mga nakakapanood nito, pa-comment na lang dyan sa papayag ba kayo na mag-surrender na naman tayo ng isang Pilipino sa banyagang hurado at doon lilitisin sa banyagang bansa na tulad ng ginawa nila kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte? Comment na lang po. At kasi kung sakali sa extradition, mahihirapan sila dito Kasi yung proseso na inilabas ng Supreme Court is may mga bagong rules. Para nga kung bakit inilabas yun ng Supreme Court, para sa susunod na may mga ganitong pangyayari is alam na natin yung gagawin natin. Hindi tulad nung ginawa nila kay former president na mayroon daw warrant na wala namang hard copy. Nasa cellphone lang. Parang yung ito, malinaw din yung sinabi ni nakita niyo yung pattern? Gumagawa itong si Remulla ng warrant na nasa cellphone na naman. Ganon din yung ipinakita nila kay former president. Tapos, pag nakalusot, ayun, isasakay na nila to surrender. Surrender na, hindi extradition na naman ang mangyari. Kaya kung nasa inyo yan na ating mga kababayan, ang tanong, papayag ba tayo? Kasi, kumbaga, ang mga kasong ganito sa nangyari sa Pilipinas, Pilipino yung akusado, Pilipino yung biktima, sa Pilipinas nangyari kung ano man yung krimen, kung ano man makita nilang krimen, nasabi nila ay krimen, bakit hindi litisin sa atin sa bansa? Sa ating bansang Pilipinas. Mayroon naman, buhay naman yung judiciary natin. Andyan yung RTC, andyan yung Supreme Court, andyan ang Court of Appeals. Bakit hindi sa Pilipinas litisin? Ito ang hindi ko maintindihan. Bilang isang Pilipino, hindi tayo lawyer, pero sa simpleng pag-unawa natin, is alam naman natin na kung saka, bawa dito, nandito ka, citizen ka dito or resident ka dito sa amin. Siyempre, dito mo ginawa yung krimen. Kung sakaling gumawa ka ng krimen, alam naman litisin ako sa Pilipinas. 'Di ba? Ganon din sa Pilipinas. Gumawa ako ng krimen sa Pilipinas tapos dito ako lilitisin sa Saudi Arabia. Hindi naman siguro tama, 'di ba? So, ito na naman kung isa sa pagkakaalam ko dito, kapag hindi nila baliin yung batas, hindi nila madadala to si bato. Kailangan may bendalo na mangyayari na naman to. So, sige, tuloy natin. Wala pa naman Pero yung mga yung mga question, mga speculative question, siyempre, speculative answer din yung mga sinasabi nila. Tuloy.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Jonah po from Asahi Shimbun. Is the fact that Senator Bato is a serving lawmaker, is that a factor in your consideration if you can surrender him?
I could not comment on that for the meantime. We are just looking at the legal aspect, but possibly worth considering yung puntong yan that the senator is an incumbent senator.
Is there anything in Philippine law that prevents government from, surrendering or giving up jurisdiction over an incumbent legislator or anybody serving currently in government?
Can you clarify?
Is there anything that prevents, is there anything written in our laws that prevents the government from surrendering serving legislator up to a foreign entity? Or is just that parang...
Hindi niya makuha.
Yeah, actually, there is, if you're talking about the possibility of the arrest and the possibility of probably having or raising the issue of immunity, there's no such thing as immunity even if you are a legislator. Now, of course, there are certain restrictions. If the penalty is more than 6 years in one day, then the same cannot be implemented during the time when Congress is in session. But certainly, there's no restriction as to the arrest if, for example, they're on recess. Although we have heard the senator, the good senator, already make some statements before that he would seek possible asylum or refuge in the Senate. We do not know if that is the position that he still would be taking at this time. But certainly that is one matter that can be or that will be taken into account in deciding what action or what course of action the government will take.
Yes, sir.
So can we consider if hypothetical warrant of arrest by the ICC, can we consider it as a request within the context of an extradition, considering that we are no longer signatory? Mr. Chan.
Theoretically, no. Because a warrant of arrest has a different purpose than request for extradition. There is a proper wording, template na sinusunod when it comes for a request for extradition. And may proseso din na sinusundan, which is you have to go to DFA also. So technical, the process of extradition is very technical. Kaya nga, there is also the other quote-unquote simpler approach of surrender under RA 9851.
Just a few more questions. Yes, sir. Sorry. Pa-clarify, Ian Lackey po of Philstar.com. Pwedeng pa-clarify lang po. Possible, paano pong magiging possible ang extradition in this case if the ICC is not a state party?
Okay. ICC, you're correct, ICC is not a state that will fall under the definition of a requested state under our extradition law. So, now ang question dyan is if they come up with a request for extradition, wala din tayong treaty to begin with ICC to process that. So, yun hanggang dun na lang ang sasabihin. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, are you considering following Article 59 this time just to be prudent yung dadalhin sa competent judicial authority? And if you do, is that a unique process or are you automatically going for extradition pag dinala niyo na siya sa judge?
As mentioned by Chief Chano, that was the route that was taken earlier when the arrest of former President Duterte was undertaken. But precisely because there are pending petitions before the Supreme Court that we want to be more circumspect in any action that we will be taking. We just do not want the government to be restricted in the options that it will have by saying that extradition is the only route. Because as mentioned also, extradition will take a longer time than you would if, for example, the option of surrender was taken into account. So obviously, at this time, we want to be more careful because the circumstances then and the circumstances now are quite different. At that time, there was no petition yet which was raised or filed before the Supreme Court. Now, courtesy to the Supreme Court, we would probably have to await, or we would prefer to await the resolution of the Supreme Court on the pending petitions before we can come up with a more definitive action.
Sir, sorry, quick follow-up. Do you mean to say that if ever mas naunang i-transmit yung warrant of arrest or red notice at wala pang resolution ng Supreme Court, you would wait as in hindi pa i-implement yung red notice kasi wala pang resolution?
Well, yan yung pinag-aaralan ngayon, kung anong gagawin kung halimbawa nandiyan na. Kasi right now, everybody's talking about a hypothetical situation. We've heard over the weekend about the warrant of arrest being issued, but we have yet to see a copy of the warrant. But then again, notwithstanding that fact, we are already in the process of discussing what course of action to take, whether it would be a prudent course to immediately implement the arrest, notwithstanding the fact that there is no resolution yet from the Supreme Court. What we're simply saying is that as far as the department is concerned, we would opt to have that resolution from the Supreme Court so that once and for all, at least it would be decided whether the first course of action undertaken by the government when the arrest of the former president was undertaken in March would be the correct course of action, or if there is any other option. If the court says it's extradition, then we will have to abide by the ruling of the Supreme Court.
Hi sir, good morning po, Grant po from Bombo Radio. Sir, since we have information na nagsasabi na meron ng arrest warrant and yet we are saying na wala pa po. Sir, for the information of the public, kanino po ba dapat namin malaman or sa anong ahensya ng gobyerno namin malalaman kung meron ng arrest warrant na in-issue laban kay Senador Bato de la Rosa, sir?
I suppose it would have to be coursed through the Department of Foreign Affairs. if there was really a copy of the warrant, and then the Philippine Center for Transnational Crimes would be the ones would have or would be furnished a copy of the same. Then that's the only time transmittals would be made to the relevant agencies or law enforcement agencies directed to implement the same.
Sir, to clarify lang, Chief, yung option na surrender, does that include the voluntary surrender or the part of the extradite?
Yes, that would be the easiest course. If, for example, there is a voluntary surrender on the part of the person requested, that would mean that it would be shorter and much faster route than having to implement the warrant, look for him, and then actually put him under custody.
Ayun. So, pagka ganun, nag-voluntary surrender si Senator Bato, napakasaya nyo. Lucky kayo. Parang ganun na labas. Ay, naku.
But sir, at this point, are we monitoring already the whereabouts of the senator or wala pa naman pong requests from the Interpol?
Wala namang
right now,
warrant
I don't think there is any request yet coming from the Interpol, and I don't think it would also be right for us to be monitoring the movements of Senator Bato, considering the fact that there is no warrant yet that we have seen. I think it would be best to wait for the warrant to be there and then take the necessary course of action after that.
Makulit din tong news, ano na ito eh. Anong warrant eh. So ayan lang yung video natin sa ngayon. At isang malinaw dito, kung sakali na wag naman sana na mangyari dahil alam naman natin yung isang pagkakamali na isinorender natin ang dating presidente na gumawa ng wala namang ibang hangarin ang ating dating presidente noon kundi linisin, ayusin ang Pilipinas. At makikita naman natin yan. Alam natin yan. Maski sa inyo, kahit sa inyo dyan sa DOJ, alam nyo yan kung gaano kamahal ng mga Pilipino ang mga Duterte. So, lahat gagawin nyo. Yung mga ginagawa nyo sa ngayon, lalo nyong ginagalit ang taong bayan. Kung sakali na papayagan nyo na isurrender na naman natin ang isang minahal din ng mga tao na kung makikita nyo naman kung paano minahal ng tao yan. Dahil ibinoto nila eh. Di ba? Nakita nyo naman, ano na siya yata, pang-apat or pangatlo. Ewan ko lang, hindi ko lang ma-recall na ibinoto ng sambayan ng Pilipino. So, alam natin na mahal ng taong bayan. Tapos, yan ang gagawin ninyo. Tapos, ang isa pa dito, hindi naman tayo membro ng ICC. Yung ang pagkakapadala kay Tatay Digong, kung hindi nga lang dinaan sa santong paspasan, kumbaga, kung ibig sabihin, hindi nyo madadala yon. Dahil, yun na nga, dahil nga sa sapilitan, mayroong daw warrant, hindi naman dumaan sa ating judiciary, hindi dumaan sa ating mga kahit sa regional trial court. Tapos isa pang kuwan natin dito, kasi noon, kung kaya nyong gawin, itong tatlong itlog na ito, kung kaya nyong gawin yung ginawa ni na Remulla, at saka may isa pa na gagawa, na gaya ng ginawa ni PNP Chief, na hindi na PNP Chief ngayon, na si Torre, is malamang madadala nyo si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Pero kung walang parang ganun kay ano tawag nito, yung si Torre, General Torre, PNP Chief Torre dati, kung walang mga ganun na maglalakas ng loob na kahit na baluktutin ang batas na gaya nitong ni Remulla, kung hindi nyo kayang gawin, hindi nyo madadala yan si Senator Bato. Itaga nyo sa Bato. So hanggang dito na lang at kay Senator Bato, ingat po kayo dahil alam nyo naman yung nangyari noon na sabi nila noon, walang arrest warrant. Pero nung pagdating ni Tatay Digong sa Pilipinas, biglang nagkaroon, tapos soft copy, nasa cellphone. Ito, nasa cellphone na naman. Baka ganyan din ang gawin sa inyo, Sir Bato. Yan ang sinasabi natin. Kaya, ingat-ingat po kayo. At siyempre, yung mga galawan, hindi pwedeng kung yung may mga pinaplano kayo, huwag nyo muna kayo pagsasabi kung saan-saan kayo pupunta. Baka doon kayo arestuhin. Tulad ng ginawa nila na nakahanda ng eroplano, nakahanda ang Air Force sa Villamor Air Base. Nakahanda lahat na walang papapasukin maliban lang doon sa mga nakasama ni Tatay Digong sa eroplano, ang kanyang anak at saka ang kanyang common law wife na si Abasinia. Ano ba? Abasinia ba yun? Ano pangalan? Basta siya na yun. So hanggang dito na lang at maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. At kung hindi pa kayo nakakapag-subscribe, andyan lang po ang subscribe button at pakiclick na rin yung notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga videos. Kaya yan po, narinig nyo yung dalawang panig, may nag-leak. Ingat na lang po, Sir Bato. At kung kakayanin namin na hindi kayo papadala, talagang gagawin namin. Dahil alam natin yan na minahal ka ng sambayan ng Pilipino nang gaya kay Tatay Digong. At isa pa na nakikita pala natin dito, kapag na-execute nila ito, ubos yung minority dyan sa ubos ang minority dyan sa Senado. Kasi isa-isa na nilang padadala o tayo na ang bubuhay doon sa dahig, sa ICC. Puro kaso, puro Pilipino. Gusto nila ilipat na lang natin yung judiciary natin doon sa ICC. Kasi puro Pilipino na ang lilitisin doon. So, ganito na lang. Maraming salamat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Syukran.